When I saw my first pair of little shorts, I said, "You are kidding me." I said, "This looks like a hairband." Rani, Ash also saying, "I'll never wear a bikini." And at some point, everyone's done it. Someone actually bit someone's hip. Oh my God. Playing a bimbet in Race, which was actually very difficult. I promise you. I'm holding a gun in my hand and saying, "Ye kya hai?" I mean, how dumb. I think the Indian male likes the bubble head more than the strong woman. And a lot of guys suddenly said, "Oh my God, you're so cute." And I was like, Bollywood Hungama will hook me up with yours.
We have the Sameera Reddy, who's been not in news so far in Bollywood for quite some time. She's back in Mumbai, and we'll talk to her and we'll just find out what all she has been doing in Mumbai and down south. Huge star over there as well. Pleasure having you in Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Well, it's good to be here and talking to somebody after a long time, and who not. The best people to talk to are you guys.
So what all have you been doing? You're part of Tezz right now, that is Priyadarshan's movie?
Yeah, Priyansa's film Tezz, which has actually taken a lot of my time. To train for the film took around 4 months, and then to actually shoot the film took around 9 months. So it took a lot of time. I had to learn to ride a bike, which was something I didn't know. So I started from a scooty, and then I went to these big bullets. So that took a while, and a lot of physical tests in this film for me.
Can you elaborate in terms of you're just doing a lot of action stuff as well? And
it's action. It's how can I explain this? I had to go in 3-degree water in Scotland and hold my breath below for like 15-20 seconds and come up. You know, it was body endurance. I remember Priyadarshan kept on saying, "I don't think any other actress would have agreed to jump in, like, you know, the river, which is going at full speed. You know, you throw a rock also, and it was like down in 1 second. And there I was like swimming with like a bag of money."
Acha. Then it's worth it, in fact. Yeah. If it's a bag of money, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
But I hope the bag of money did not get soaked and all.
First of all, I had to give it to somebody else, so in the film, so it didn't work for me, no.
Ajay Devgan, Anil Kapoor is there as well, Zayed Khan as well. You're one of the main leads?
Safe to say, like almost like one of the boys.
One of the boys, okay.
It's a team. It's me, Ajay, and Zayed, and the three of us are together. You know, for me, it's fascinating because I've done a lot of films like, you know, in Race and Musafir and all these kind of, you know, the girl is very like, that's the tag, na, that Sexy Sam came from there only, which is like, you know, a lot of, you know, hot songs and...
Musafir.
A heroine always has something to do with, but it's like, you know, the hero doing everything and she's just holding on saying, "Bachao mujhe." And in this film, what's great is that she's really like part of the plan. She's part of the heist, you know, the whole situation. Ajay and, you know, the creation of the whole script comes from these characters. That's what I loved about it. Everybody says, "Who are you paired against?" And I'm like, see the film and you'll understand that, you know, we are all just together.
You know, you said that the tag of Sexy Sam and the glamorous stuff that you've done, but at the same time, many people still remember you as the Pankaj Udas girl, the music video.
Oh my God.
That song became a huge hit.
Ahista Kijiye Baatein has... you know, it's funny, like, if I may say so, I still get these crazy fan letters from, like, if I'm talking like real interiors, and they're written Shuddh Hindi. It's like, "Madam Ji, like, will you marry me?" sort of situation, and it's from that video. I could have done 100 films in the middle, but I still, you know, always go back to that. And they all like believe, you know, I cut my hair and the whole... So it was a great video.
And I believe even your first film opposite Sohail Khan, I think you had a more or less a similar sort of image in that as well.
To be honest, if you ask me, am I comfortable doing sexy roles? I would say no, because I'm pretty shy. And I actually get really nervous. If you give me a short dress, I will actually think 100 times. You know, it's not about the Indian woman and, we have to cover ourselves. It's about what you're comfortable with. So I was actually really uncomfortable with the Darna Mana Hai, and when I started Musafir, though I had a heart attack. When I saw my first pair of little shorts, I said, you are kidding me. I have to wear something that short. I said, this looks like a hairband. It started off with the Ahista. I would have been happy if I went down that road, but it didn't work at that time. It just didn't. And I think every heroine has resorted to the sexy image. In the beginning, many of the top actresses, I remember Ash also saying, I'll never wear a bikini, main ye nahi karungi, Rani, and anybody you take.
Everyone says that.
Everyone said that, nahi, I will never do it. And at some point, everyone's done it. Everyone's done it.
But there's no harm in it, I think, because if you're a woman, so there's no harm in showing a certain glamorous side of your personality as well. If men can wear shorts, so why can't?
Forget about men wearing shorts. Nowadays, they're item boys also. I'm like, what's going on?
You're referring to Amar Khan?
I'm referring to item boys. So suddenly, it's all about being evolved. Suddenly you're making films with even intermarital, affairs and gay and, lesbian, and everyone's talking about everything. You tell me 10 years ago people were doing that in college. I remember it was like who and ha, someone actually bit someone's hip. Oh my God. It's changed.
Okay, tell us something more about Tezz. How was the entire experience of shooting? Primarily, you guys have shot in London only?
We've shot in London and Scotland.
London and
Scotland. Birmingham.
So, what exactly is the story of the film? And
yeah, I'm going to tell you the story, and then Priyadarshan is going to shoot me.
कुछ plot के बारे में अगर कुछ आप hint दे सकें तो?
It's about a heist, and it's really about and that's the heist. It's like a plan, and everybody kept on asking me, train, or is it speed, or is
that's what the rumor is.
Yeah, no, it's not speed at all. Yes, it's to do with something in a train at some point of the film, but no, nothing like that, no.
Any experience during the shooting that you remember?
I think the only experience which was the strangest was, I remember when I started the film, everybody, including the producers, were very worried. They were like, okay, you're a girl and you're getting on a bike and you're doing all these stunts. And they had the best stunt guys. They had this guy who was actually the stunt guy in James Bond, and our stunt master was the Bourne Ultimatum stunt master with Matt Damon. So I'm talking like top of the lines, a little nervous when I was like, oh shit man, I better be on my top over here. But the thing that actually happened was, on the last day of my last bike shot, maybe I just thought, chalo yaar, ho gaya, easy. I was doing like this thing on the road with the car in the front, 2 cop cars with Anil Kapoor in the back, and another camera guy on a buggy on the left, and something went wrong and the bike went down, and it was insane. I don't know how it happened. The bike skidded. The guys from the back couldn't, how fast can you brake? And I was just spinning. And we were on a cliff, on a forest car, those edgy roads.
Oh my God.
It was a miracle. It was actually a miracle. I just got a few scratches on my legs.
Were you wearing a protective gear?
No, I was just wearing leather pants and leather jacket and boots and a helmet. And that's about it. And it was weird because this happened towards the end of the shot. Crew was waiting for us. It's like we started from the top of the hill. We were coming down, and then Priyadarshan, Ratan Jain, a couple of the actors, everyone's waiting there drinking tea, waiting for our whole, on the entourage to come down. And suddenly Priyansa sees me just skidding off a bike.
That must have been scary.
Yeah, it was pretty scary, And I didn't tell my parents, and they read about it in the paper.
Okay.
That wasn't very good.
That must not have been good.
No, that was not good.
Parents at times say, you should be just settling down and all, कि आपको कोई हो आपका ख्याल रखने के लिए.
Both my sisters are happily settled, and I think what their whole deal is that क्या जो भी है, one has to think of that. And I've come to a point now, because being an actress, it's not easy, it's not easy to meet like guys and.
अरे क्यों? ऐसे की बात हो गई?
How?
You keep on meeting on sets, actors हैं.
I'm not interested in anybody from my industry.
So you're not interested in anybody from the industry?
No.
Actors, directors?
No,
not at all.
No.
Okay.
Any nice business type boys,
Oh, okay.
Bollywood Hungama will hook me up with y'all.
Okay. Can we see you getting into business at some point of time, producing films or something else?
My sister's already producing. For me, like I see myself, taking the back seat, and I like to be the financier. Let me put it that way. Okay. So
after all this South stint, I'm sure that you must be having a lot of money as well. You just said that a lot of money as well.
I don't want the tax guys coming down my throat. But yeah, I mean, God's been very kind, and I work hard, and I'm very thankful and very blessed.
You had, I think, a conscious attempt at doing meaningful roles. We beat Meera Nair's short film on AIDS. At the same time, I think Red Alert you did recently.
Kal Purush won the national award, yeah. It was a great film.
And I believe it went into Cannes and all as well.
ভাবতেও অবাক লাগে আমি তোমাকে ভালোবেসে বিয়ে করেছিলাম তখন ভেবেছিলাম তুমি কিছু করবে কিছু হবে কিন্তু
we had a great there's a different side of art cinema which the commercial Bombay jhatak mataks are not going to get, but I did it because I would wake up in the morning getting excited thinking, okay, I got to do this today, whether it's playing a Bimbet in Race, which was actually very difficult.
Yeah, Bimbet and Race.
I promise you. Or playing...
I like the fact that you're accepting it.
Of course. I'm holding a gunna in my hand and saying, "Ye kya hai?" I mean, how dumb. I mean, I had to leave my brains at home for that film.
Were you happy with the role?
I was thrilled.
Okay.
You know.
मैंने बताया था ना तुम्हारे साथ एक प्रॉब्लम है.
क्या सर?
वो मैं तुम्हें फिर कभी बताऊंगा. चुसो. मेरा मतलब चलो.
I mean, come on. Did you see that? I read the lines and I looked at Anil and I looked at Saif and gang and I was like, what? What am I saying?
But it has the double meaning tones and all that as well.
It had everything, and my sensible side was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Yeah. And I remember I kept on going to the director. I went to Abbas Mastanji and I said, gee, are you sure? Sameera, the dumber you play it, the more exciting it'll be. Which they were right. Okay. Because people just love the fact that, I think the Indian male likes the bubblehead more than the strong woman. They actually like women who play a little dumb.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because the fan following after Race went much more than I expected, And a lot of guys suddenly said, "Oh my God, you're so cute." And I was like, "Hell, what are you saying?"
Is Tezz having some dance numbers and all? Because I think that is your hallmark as well.
Yeah, we're having, it's a very, very hot song. It's like a club song. And
what is it called?
No, it's still not shot. It's the last thing left of the film.
And
we just finished the film, we just finished the patchwork last week.
But the song has been recorded? It has not been recorded?
I don't know. Not as now.
Okay, it's coming in the beginning credits and all.
No, it's coming in the beginning of it's the introduction of the film with the characters and also. I mean, Ajay, he's just, as I said, he's on a roll right now. He showed me the Singham trailer when we were in Birmingham, and I remember I saw it. I said, one more time, can I see it? I kept on looking at his body saying, yaar, ye kya ho gaya? I said, what is it with you?
Singham, he rocked it like anything, in fact.
And he looked great, He's really done such a good job. And I remember I was one of the first people, we saw it together. When the trailer came, I actually saw it there. And he also saw it there for the first time. He's like, yaar, ban gayi baat. Meaning, we all knew it was going to be a hit.
But don't you think at times that yaar, Rohit Shetty or Ajay Devgan ko blackmail karke yaar, mujhe bhi ek picture hona chahiye. Rohit Shetty South connection aapka hai?
We get along, and for me, I'm not the kind of person who will just go there and push, When the time is right, they'll come. I was supposed to actually do a song for Rohit for one of his films, but that didn't work out.
Any offers of doing any more dance numbers in any of the other films?
Well, if it's good enough, why not? In the beginning, songs were looked upon and frowned upon and said, "Acha, ye sirf ke kar rahi hai." Now it's like, hell, every second song. I think last year, Munni and Badnaam, if you ask me, kaun si hit film, what do you remember about a hit film? I don't remember hit films. I remember hit songs.
Sheila Ki Jawani.
Yeah.
No one remembers Tismar Khan.
Exactly.
Tell us something about your stint down south, because I think you work with Surya over there, which is one of the biggest stars.
I actually did a film with Surya. He's massive. In fact, to think that Amir made his film Gajni here, and a lot of his films are actually picked up here to be remade because he picks fabulous films. In fact, I think John is making a remake of Force, which is of Kaka Kaka. And we made a film together of the same director actually who directed that film Force in Chennai. So we did a film together called Varnamayiram.
I'll come into your life, Meghna, and I'll sweep you off your feet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
And I just did it for a lark because I thought, hey, I'm from the South. I should have some South connection. And that film just became like huge, you know, huge to the point where I remember I bumped into Rajni sir one day and he said, good work in Varnam, and I almost fainted over there. I was like, wow, Rajnikant telling me something like that. The South is a very beautiful market. The market's very big. They love you. Great amounts of money. It's huge reach worldwide. And I think we live in a little bit of a Bollywood bubble, but there's a lot more out there. And I think I tapped it and I'm quite happy with it.
In fact, the best part about South cinema, South culture is that they have a lot of respect for cinema and arts in general, which is missing in North India and Mumbai as well.
It's a very different way of working there. It's very God-fearing. Everything runs on time, by the way. You know what's crazy is that lunch break means lunch break. It's unreal. And I know that's a very silly thing to bring up.
What happens in Bollywood?
Bollywood, to short ke liye to 5 baje tak they'll go. You know?
Lunch hota hi nahi hai.
See, in Bombay, it's very hardcore. It's very, pata nahi, it's South, they're very particular. It's like 6 o'clock ke baad, meaning, you know, it works on a certain ethic, which I'm amazed with. And that's why people are so sort of hardworking, because everything runs on time over there.
Yeah, and organized, and the best part is educated. Most of the cases, even the directors and the crew and all, they're educated, which may not be always the case.
They're very, very sharp. One more thing I've noticed down south is that the fans are very emotional.
आपको कुछ temple है अभी तक?
Okay, I'm not gonna answer that.
नहीं बताइए ना, seriously.
But I've had like people cut their wrists and come and put ghun and all on me, and I'm like, oh my god.
Temple शायद हो सकता है. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, but it's a great place to be in. Maddie, Madhavan, after doing such great films here, why does he still keep that South market going? You know, we're doing a film together. In the South, and Madhavan is someone who could easily chuck it and say, you know, hey, I'm going to focus only on Bollywood, but he keeps the balance because it's important to keep that balance.
And I believe you're doing a film opposite Kamal Hassan, which is called Vishwarupam. So Nakshi Sinha was earlier supposed to do it, but now you are doing it?
I can't say anything. I really can't, because they've approached me. And we've been talking. I think that there's some switch of producers from Laila, what I last heard. So as of now, I can't say anything. But there are two roles. One is a CBI officer and one is a wife. And a lot of rumors going up and down the place. But yeah, I can't comment on that.
But there are chances that you may be doing it. Kamal Hassan will be huge, in fact.
I think that it's interesting because for them, it works for them because I cater to that audience and I cater to this audience.
It's releasing both in Tamil as well as Hindi.
It is actually going to be bilingual. So we're going to shoot it both in both languages. So it depends. I mean, if it works out, let's see. Or if not, you know, and it's 100 days of shoot.
So when do you start shooting?
I actually have, I have not agreed. See, Bollywood Hungama is like bullying me into saying something.
I'm just trying to just get some information.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
Okay. What are the other films that you're doing down south right now?
Right now there's this film with Maddie, and then this film with Prabhudeva, and I'm actually working again with the director who directed me with Surya. So that's starting soon.
All your film that you've done so far, maybe both in Bollywood as well as South, which has been your most satisfying work so far?
I think, hands down, Nagesh Kuknur's film Ye Hausla, which is not yet released because Percept is reshuffling of their assets. So from what I've heard, I've never worked that hard in terms of on a character, and to play a Rajasthani woman. I've been a great fan of Dor. This is after Dor, he's gone back to what he makes best, which is, you know, the Iqbal sort of, you know, Teen Diwali. Sorry, that's his forte, and he hit home with I think Ye Hausla. In my opinion, he's really got that pulse again. Tanuja's in it, you know, Tanvi Azmi. A lot of great female power in there. So I'm sad that it's taking long, but I'm hoping it'll release soon because I've never worked that hard in my life.
Any wish list that you have of directors, actors that you like to work with?
You know, wish lists are always there, but I don't really pay attention because I believe that, you know, mere haath mein hai, and then I'll get really kicked about it. I'm not one of those, you know, standing by my window looking to the rain saying ek din aa jayega. I'm like, aa jaane do.
मैं ले आऊंगी अपने आप से.
ले आऊंगी.
That was Sameera Reddy talking about her forthcoming plans. That includes Tezz, Priyadarshan's film that she has completed shooting for, and she is also having a song in that, a hot dance number that she's still to be sure that is coming in the introduction part of it. She's also spoken about her stint down south. She's also spoken about the charity work that she's been doing with her mom, and she has also spoken about what her ideal man should be like. Thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much.
And all the best wishes for Tezz, all your forthcoming ventures in South, and your personal space as well.
Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.